Hey there, party people. Welcome to the video today. My name is Phil Goff. This is the Home Finance with Phil YouTube channel. Today's video is a weekly market update that we do. Today is December 1st, 2023. We have officially crossed the line into Christmas time, at my household at least. Today's video, we're going to talk about rates. We always talk about rates, show you what we are seeing with the market. We also are going to talk about several of the Federal Reserve's seat members, what their comments have been lately, and just have a few slides. So let's go ahead and get into it. Give me a second here to share this. I'll try in my old age to do a good job with the technology for you. All right. So I've got the slides backwards. Let's go down here first. Here is the average interest rate that we're seeing today via Mortgage News Daily. It's just one of the various places I use to say, hey, over an average of all of America today, as of right now, what do we look like the rates are taking? And these are people that spend points. These are people that not spend points. It's a total overall average. So we're looking pretty good at 7.15% for a 30-year fixed. And the FHA at 6.5%. I'd like to see that difference be bigger. We'd all like it, hopes and dreams, all those things. But, when we were closer to 8 not that long ago, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. This is the chart. As you can see, we have a massive upswing that has been occurring since the middle of October, which is great. This blue line here that you see, that is a 200-day average, and it is really hard to break the top of that. And so a lot of the people that watch this, the bond markets, the people that make decisions on these things, the people that are purchasing and selling the bonds that affect this, see that average, and it just is something they're cognizant of. So it does cause a little bit of a slowdown, but rates are doing much better than they were. So hopefully we continue, and hopefully we break that, and that average starts coming up as we break it. Just a few things for my people in DFW area. I deal with a lot of realtors. Thanks for watching. And just so you know, when we look at last year, so 2022, October-ish of last year, 2022, these are the amount of sales that we saw versus now. So while we feel like, hey, we're down month to month, you can see, hey, the annual sales pace is down 5.5%, month over month. But when you look year over year, we're actually up quite a bit. So I know December feels slow. It feels slow to me. It feels slow to everyone. It's a historically slow time in real estate market, but we are doing very well. Our house prices have increased, and our house sales have increased in the area. You can see that here too. There's actually a rising percentage of new homes sold in the $200,000 to $500,000 range. So that's really where the market is booming right now. Anything over 500,000, which is becoming a larger market, I would say, right? Because house prices are increasing, but it has dropped off some. So most people are looking for houses $500,000 and less. So here's what we were talking about earlier with the Fed. We have one guy sits on the board, Christopher Waller, and he is saying that he feels that we're in a good position to get the economy back to the inflation percentage of 2%. 2% is a number we've talked about in the past. Alan Greenspan kind of made it up. They went, yeah, that sounds awesome. Let's do that. So everyone since the 80s has been saying we should keep inflation at 2%. Now, whether that's realistic or not, that's a different question. But that seems that's their model. They want to be at 2%. So he's on board now saying if the decline in inflation continues, which it has been doing for 3, 4, 5 months, somewhere in that range, define where we're at right now, maybe we're a month or two into it, he would consider lowering the rate from the Federal Reserve angle. Now, then we go to Michelle Bowman, who I don't know anything about her. I know she's out of California. I don't know if that changes things. California is vastly different in their views than Texas is, and I reside in Texas. But she has a feeling that the economy is still too strong, and that she is looking at the jobs reports and saying, hey, maybe we need to increase the rate further. So the good news about this is when they're bickering or when they're not all on the same page, it means that rates are likely not going to get higher, right? They're not going to increase unless something happens. So I think that's the good news I take out of this. I wish that everyone would kind of be on the same page, though, just so we can start seeing a decline, right? It'd be very nice. Important mortgage news for people that have investors. Fannie Mae has changed the barrier of entry as far as required down payment on 2 to 4 unit homes or condos or something of that nature. It used to be 15 to 20%. Now they've dropped it down to 5%. So this could be a pretty big deal if you have some investors that they're not looking, to buy like single single unit properties if they're looking to buy fourplexes and whatnot. Also for my Dallas people, again, from Yahoo Finance, everyone keeps telling us we're in the market that they're predicting to be a really big market here in 2024 because from a relative standpoint, our cost of living out here and the home prices are actually positive as compared to other places. And we have no state income tax, and people like to move here. So that's pretty much it. And I'm sorry if we went long. I sure appreciate everyone watching. Again, it's the weekend. It's around Christmas time. But just know my door's always open. My phone's always on. I have a team. We are certainly willing to help. And let's go make some money in December and not just sit around and stare at Netflix all day. And I appreciate it. Have a great weekend.